Hello everyone, Melvinius here, bringing you a Haedrig to GR70 run on the Barbarian, to prepare for season 38. So we collected our full Haedrig set. But now the question remains, what do I do after I get my full set? Well, my goal is to get all the complementary items needed to do a GR70 and unlock Primals as fast as I can. Alright, let's go over the items and skills before we dive into our Haedrig to GR70 run. Now we want to start with the full set. We have the full Raker set. Then we want to have both of the spears. We want to have the 300th spear and Ariad's Law. We also want to have Band of Might, which we can gamble on level 1, on a level 1 barb. It's easy to get at Kadala. And we want to have Skula Salvation for a little bit more damage. Well, I say a little bit, but it matters a lot. Now, one of the spears, you want to cube. Because I like to use sword and board. Now, if you're not going to use sword and board, then you don't have to cube one of the spears. You can just use them both and cube something else. But this is what I like to do. Those 4 items are enough to do the GR70. So, Ariad's Law, the 300th spear, Band of Might, and Skula Salvation. That's enough. That's all you need. Now you also have your Bane of the Powerful from your very first Greater Rift, your GR20. So you're gonna use that as well. If you play hardcore, or if you want more toughness before you are going to attempt the GR70, you want to look for Ancient Parvan Defenders, a Rourke with Guardians, or the Traveler's Pledge and Compass Rose. Basically anything that gives you more toughness. Because that's the hard part about this build. Okay, let's go over the skills. We use Sword and Board, like I said. Boon of Bukatos, Rampage, and Urge of Steel. That's what I use. If you like some other passes, go ahead. Play what you want to play. I use Weapon Throw, Balanced Weapon, Ancient Spear, Boulder Toss, Ignore Pain, Iron Hide, again for a little defensive pop, Warcry, Veteran's Warning for the dodge, Furious Charge, Merciless Assault, to charge the round, and Wrath of the Berserker, Insanity, also for extra damage pop. Like on the Guardian, for example. Now, these were the skills and items needed. Let's dive into our run. Alright, the first thing I like to do when I have the full set is a couple of Torment 7 Rifts. So that's what we're gonna start with. Alrighty, let's go. Now I do these to get some Death Breaths and some Blood Shards. And since we don't have a lot of materials, we want to get the Band of Might with Blood Shards at a level 1 Barbarian. We create a level 1 Barbarian and then we gamble at Kadala. And then hopefully we will get Band of Might. And once we have Band of Might, I will do a couple of visions to get more materials. And then hopefully we can upgrade some spears to the spears we need. And once that's done, we're gonna spend all our mats basically on bracers, trying to get Skulars. And maybe some Ancient Parvan Defenders. But first things first, let's finish a couple of rifts. That weapon might actually be an upgrade, since we're still using the weapon that we leveled with. We have only the set basically, and what we leveled with. As you can see. To represent what we would have when we just got our full Haedrig. Alrighty. Again, I'll pick up everything, because we need the materials. But that's also why we gotta do a couple of missions still. Well, let's see how long it takes us to get from full Haedrig to GR70. Our damage is pretty good. That's a plus, right? But that's the Reika set for you. It's really good damage by itself already, but the survivability is just not there. As you can see, this Rift Guardian on Torment 7 hit me and it was half of my HP. Alrighty, that was the first Rift. Now I would leave the game because I don't want to wait on a 30-second timer to start another one. We'll just reset the game. And then we're going into another Rift.
Brave the
Ooh, shoot button.
more time.
You can sometimes one-shot elites, which is really nice.
Impossible.
I think it's a pretty cool mechanic, throwing a lot these big boulders around. Like, it's pretty fun. Let me grab all that stuff. Now, the first thing, if we get a ring or amulet with a socket, that would be nice, because then we can use Bane of the Powerful. Because I'm currently not using it yet. It's right here, but we don't have a ring or amulet with a socket, so... we can't use it yet. Let's see, mighty belt. It's the frenzy belt. That will not really help us.
I'm overburdened. I need to go back.
Let's go salvage. We have no spears that we want to save. Okay. If we want to upgrade spears, then if we find a yellow spear, I would like to save it so I can use it to upgrade.
You cannot stand without you.
This is not the greatest rift though. Yeah, I know. We get this big level. We're almost done. I want this as the first floor. That would be really great. Right? Because this level is usually full of elites. Alright. That was my second Torment 7 rift. We have some materials. We don't have enough blues though. So I could upgrade one spear now if I find one. I'm gonna do one more Torment 7 rift. And then after this, I'll make a level 1 barb.
Still recharging.
And then we gamble some rings to get Band of Might.
I need fury.
Now I did start with some materials, because you would obviously have some. But probably not as much as you would actually have. So I started with less than you would actually have, most likely.
Not ready yet.
Alright, let's start moving towards the next level. Now, of course, there's all sorts of things that can happen during your level 1 to Haedrig as well. You could, for instance, find a Band of Might. Your upgrade for the Season Journey could be a spear, and you could get one of the spears right away, things like that. But I started this with none of that, so just a set, and let's see how fast we can get to Greater Rift 70. I'm also not gonna upgrade any gems that we actually use. If you would do a real season start, I'm just gonna only go with Bane of the Powerful. Once I have a Ring of the Socket, that is. Now, can we get some more elites, please, game? Yes. There we go. Let's grab everything. And we could find Ethereals during the season, and I can't find Ethereals now. Because this is still season 37, of course.
I need to go back.
That would be helpful. Alright, let's close this up. Let's identify everything. See if we got some upgrade. Sure, I'll take that. Well, better is better. No, it has physical on it. I'll swap. More survivability as well. For now. Alright, we don't need the rest. No. At least not for this run. I would keep Amber Sprite usually, of course, for when we get the Rough Waste set. Okay, so now we'll leave the game. We have 400 and something shards. So let's see. I made that previously, so let's create our new seasonal barb. We can gamble on adventure mode. Let's see. Do we get the Band of Might?
Geed was my father. I've seen better. That's too bad.
No. Not yet. Alright. That's okay. Let's get back to our barb. Let's get back on T7. How is our mats looking? Okay. Coming along. Now we're just gonna do a couple more rifts. Hey, Ancient Power from Defenders? Right, nice. Okay. That's an item we could use.
Not ready yet.
Now I'm gonna try my best to not die once during the run. But I also, if I have the 4 items needed, like the 2 spears, Man of Might and Schoolars, I will just go for it. And I already have a little bit of extra survivability now, because we found Ancient Parvin Defenders. So that's good. Hey, another mighty belt. Oh, I lost all my charges. That's never a good thing. You don't want to do that. Ring. Could it be Band of Might? Who knows? Or a ring with a socket, right? Can I get more elites game? That would be really nice. There we go. Next level, alright. Give me all your stuff. There we go.
I can't carry.
Ah, I'm a fool. Okay.
I'm overburdened.
Okay, I will come back because I want all those items. Do we have a spear? No. No ring of socket? Nope. Any upgrades? Not really. Okay.
I am returning to town.
That's not the right ring. But it has a socket. Okay, nice. Now I can use my Bane of the Powerful. Sure. Movement speed. Ooh. And it's ancient. And it has physical on it already. Okay. Sure. Alright, let's do another rift. Also, I'm not using any Paragon points at all. So you would have more Paragon points as me. You might have more stuff already done in the altar. There's so much stuff you could have already done, right? But I'm going with like very basic setup.
I need to go back.
No, I don't need to go back. I need to continue. But yeah, I'm going for this very basic setup just to give you a good example. Like say you have really bad luck and you get to your Haedrig and that's all you have. That's basically what I'm doing. And then you just use the items you get. That's also a very fun part about the season start. You're gonna use items you would normally maybe not use at all even. But it might be better for now, right? So.
Not a ready fury.
Oh yeah, and since this is of course a practice run, Primals could already drop now, because I already unlocked them. So don't pay any attention to that if there drops a Primal before I do the GR70. I think I've done it already. Did I already do it? No, I start to doubt myself, because
I can't pick up anything else. I am returning to town.
well, we'll see, I guess. Oh, there we go, there's a spear. We have enough mats as well, right? Yeah, so let's upgrade that spear. Nice, it's one of the spears we need. So, yeah, let's just do this. And then I'll swap to sword and board. Cool. Now, we salvage stuff. We don't need this, we don't need this. We don't need this for now, we don't need that. I'm not gonna use that one now. I would save some of this stuff, of course, but there we go. And let's close it up. Let's go back on our level 1 barb. And let's spend those shards again. Hopefully we have more luck this time.
Hello there. Can't win every time. Maybe you can find a use for that.
There we go. Band of Might. Alright, now we need one more spear. Let's salvage these materials as well. You don't need that ring. So, okay. Let's get back on our level 70 barb. Let's see. Let's craft a few spears. How many death breaths do we? Oh, yes. Okay. We can craft 2 because we don't have enough blue materials. Yeah, I put these in the cube because they don't do anything for me now. And if you have something in your cube, you can't undo it. So there we go. We already have that one. We want the other one. Yes. There we go. Now, which one is worse? I think this one. Yeah. Alright. Now we would put this in the cube. Like this. I already have that, so now we would lose it and it would be in the cube. Here we go. Alright, now I have both spears and Band of Might. Oh yeah, we need to cube Band of Might as well. Let's go do that. Now we would also cube the Band of Might. Boom. I already have that too, so it would disappear. And where is it? There we go. We would have Band of Might. And now I have like 3 out of the 4 things needed to do the GR70. And we have this Ancient Power of Defenders as a bonus.
Fortune favors the bold.
Let me gamble
Soon.
some braces right now. Oh, there we go. That's the braces we need. Now, since my Ancient Power Defenders are good, I would probably cube Skulas at this point. Okay. Well, we got Spear and Band of Might, so we're ready for T11 and GR50. And we also got Schoolers already. So we can basically just
For
skip
you. Take
these,
this.
and now we can work towards the GR70. Okay. Yeah. Cube. We would have already done that, right? And then, where are they? Because I didn't put them in the cube yet. Ah, there. Now we would have everything. Now at this point, I would skip all the steps in between. If this happens this quickly, I would go straight for Torment 15 Rift. Then we unlock the GR70. Now let's see, my survivability is still gonna be a problem, I think. So now I'm gonna use Ignore Pain. And I might even do Wrath to Striding Giant. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's see how it is. Alrighty. Now our Templar is not going to be of much use to us anymore here, as he will just die all the time. Unless you have a cannot die token on him, of course. Now, before you have all these items that I have,
Back to hell, dog.
it could take you half an hour, just like me. It could also take you like an hour or even more. Depends on your luck. But I'm happy I got all the stuff now, because then I can just show you, like, in a relatively short time, the items you need and what you can do then. Now, and since we have ancient powerful defenders and we went with such a defensive setup, we are surviving just fine for now as well. Now, if you play softcore and you feel like, no, I want to do more damage, well, you could swap some things around. I'm also playing softcore right now, but I'm trying to not die during the run, like I said. To show you, like, on hardcore you can do this as well. Seems pretty decent, this. Alright, let's open the chest while we're here anyway.
I am returning to town.
So that was a Torment 15 Rift. Oh, let's close it first. Ooh, let's use that actually. Longer ignore pain will help us survive even better. Probably don't need it, but fine to use for now. Sure. Alright. And now we're ready to do GR70 because we unlocked that with the Torment 15 Rift. Let's go.
Enemies.
Yeah, I could have probably, with the sword and board, I could have probably done it without the ancient power from defenders even. But like I said, it's important that you have those 4 items. The 2 spears, Band of Might, and Schoolars. Let's go next level. Alright, not bad. Half of the downtime of Ignore Pain. We have Ignore Pain? Because of the belt? Ah, wrong way. Going back to the start. That's not what we want. Halfway through. So all in all, I think this is a really good example run, because it could be quicker, it could also be slower, so yeah. Although I think this is a very good time. From Haedrig to GR70. in around 40 minutes, right? Bit more.
No way.
Because this Greater Rift is just horrendous. Absolutely garbage. This. And then we hit all the dead ends as well.
Not ready yet.
Alright, there's the Guardian. Nice.
I must heal.
Although, Ferocity is not the nicest Guardian. But we're fine. Alright, let's level some useless gem. You would obviously level something you would use.
I need to go back.
41 minutes. We would get a Primal now. Of course, yeah, I had Primals unlocked already. Okay, like I thought.
The ancient grant me strength.
So this was my Haedrig to Primals run in 41 minutes. Pretty good time overall. Pretty decent. Like I said, could be better, could be worse. We ended up having both the spears. We got Ancient Parvin Defenders. We also got some Pride of Cassius that we used. We used the sword and board that I talked about. Some random other legendary stuff. In the cube, we ended up with Band of Might, which we needed. We got the Skull of Salvation that we needed. And the other spear. And we did it with no Paragon. And only level 4 Bane of the Powerful. So that was it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, like the video. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Later.